Yeah, this isn't gonna work, is it?
Who's scruffy looking?
Welcome back to the Talking with My Hans channel, everybody, and welcome to the new studio, or what will become the new studio. It's a little bit echoey, so I'm sorry, but I had to get this video out. If you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, which I hope you're not, Lucasfilm Games, the reconstruction of LucasArts and the way going forward for Lucasfilm and Star Wars video games, was just announced the other day, and in accompaniment with that, they announced that Ubisoft was in the early development process of an open world Star Wars game. That news in of itself is absolutely fantastic. I know myself included, but a lot of Star Wars fans have been asking for an open world Star Wars game for a long time. I mean, probably since Disney bought the franchise, probably since EA got their exclusive rights to Star Wars games, people have been asking for an open world Star Wars game, and I'm sure it's been floated around the rumor mill for even longer than that. We're gonna try and figure out if this is gonna be an absolute disaster or a dream come true, because it could be either or, to be honest with you. I know this is a little premature, but I want to go over some of the pros of Ubisoft and some of the cons of Ubisoft and how that kind of fits into the Star Wars schema here. So why does Ubisoft have such a bad reputation in the gaming community? I think it all starts because they put out these really good trailers, and then the games never really look the same at release. This happens every single time, it seems like, with an Ubisoft game. Even some of my favorite Ubisoft games have had fantastic trailers, and then the gameplay just does not match up. Now, that's one thing if you have a cinematic trailer and you market it as such, but all of these trailers always say that they are taken with in-game footage, and let me tell you, the in-game footage from the trailer never ever looks like gameplay from the actual game. Ubisoft games are also notoriously buggy, especially in the last 5 years. Even in my favorite Ubisoft games like Ghost Recon Wildlands, there were game-breaking bugs that made the game almost unplayable at times. I know Assassin's Creed, the last few Assassin's Creed games, have been absolutely riddled with bug after bug after bug, and that's a shame because that can make games really unplayable at times. We all know that feeling. I don't want that to be brought into a Star Wars open world game, because a lot of fans are not going to be happy when they cannot play the game because of a stupid bug that was too lazy to be fixed. Ubisoft games are also notoriously grind heavy. I know a lot of games are grind heavy, and sometimes that can be fun, but a lot of times it's just not. I'm going to use Wildlands as an example again, but grinding to level up your weapon in Wildlands was really boring. I mean, the enemies never really were much of a challenge, so it was just sort of holding down the same 3 or 4 buttons to rank up your weapon, and that didn't take a lot of skill, and it wasn't that much fun. Even just exploring the maps in Ubisoft games are grind heavy. Obviously, it's notorious that you have to climb up on top of computer towers to view over the map to unlock the next part of the map. It's really annoying, and that's not something I want to deal with in the Star Wars game. I just want to explore the world at my own leisure and be able to do it right off the start. Ubisoft also has a lot of pay-to-win microtransactions baked into their game, and that's not something that Star Wars fans are going to be happy about, especially after we just got off of Star Wars Battlefront 2 having such a large microtransaction fiasco. This is not something that's welcome in the Star Wars community, or any gaming community for that aspect, but I know that Star Wars fans are not going to want to have to pay to win to play this game. They're going to want to jump in as soon as they plug the disc in and be able to experience this world for all it's worth from the get-go. And in all honesty, it's been a while since Ubisoft has made a genuinely good game. I think Rainbow Six was a really good game. They also made those early Assassin's Creed games, which were absolutely fantastic, but as the years have gone on, they've just kind of made really average games. Now, I know that I really enjoyed Ghost Recon Wildlands, but there's a lot of people out there that'll say Ghost Recon Wildlands was just kind of meh, and I understand the story wasn't fantastic and it was just kind of okay, but I love the open world aspect to it, and I think that's why Star Wars actually went with Ubisoft, because they do make really good open worlds.
Even though the games inside of these open worlds have not been particularly amazing, I think the worlds themselves have been really, really cool, and I think that's an important part of an open world Star Wars game. You don't want to have an open world or open worlds, plural, that are boring. I think Star Wars is such a vast and vibrant franchise that you have to make sure that the game represents that to the best of its ability. And Ubisoft just has a lot of experience in making open world games. Pretty much all they do is make open world games. You cannot fault them for that. Star Wars probably looked at Ubisoft and said, wow, these guys put out open world games time after time after time again, and even though they might not be the best game, they definitely have a lot of experience in making large open worlds, better than probably almost any other game company, not including Rockstar. I think the other thing is that they're really experienced in combat games in those open worlds. Just like I said, Ghost Recon Wildlands has some really cool gunplay, and each of those guns feels sort of different in that game. I know Breakpoint's the same way, but look at the Assassin's Creed combat. Even though it's a grind fest, the combat in that game is really, really satisfying, and I know people love just sneaking up on people and killing them in Assassin's Creed. Those are the aspects of that game that make it super, super satisfying and so fun to play. So if there's anything going for Ubisoft, I think it's those things, and they fit into Star Wars really well, having a really nice, vibrant open world and really, really good combat mechanics.
So of course, you guys gotta let me know down in the comments if you guys think Ubisoft is the perfect choice to make a Star Wars open world game, or if they could have done better. I know personally, I want to see Star Wars open up to more indie game developers and let them have a shot at it. But I'm sure a lot of you think that Ubisoft is the perfect choice because of their experience. Again, let me know down in the comments, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.